Howdy, howdy, howdy. See you there, Shad Spark. Thanks for being here. How you doing this morning? Morning. See, you're in high spirits. It's a rainy night in your place. Rain is nice sometimes. Can be pretty relaxing. Especially at night. The sunrise I need. Thank you. I appreciate that. Alright. Hopefully next week ID Bros can catch your evening stream. Yeah, I'm gonna try to be streaming it more times. Like to be more accommodating to everyone, because I know I have fans in Indonesia and Singapore. I have fans in Europe, and like England and Ukraine, so it's interesting. I'm worldwide, I guess. Even if that's a little embarrassing to think. Yeah, I'm happy for it if that's the case. Truly Mr. Worldwide, I guess I am. So I think there's not a whole lot left of this game. Friday, December 23rd. Good evening. Hey. How are you feeling? A little more soft and warm. Come again? You heard me. So on a scale from steaming pile of shit to just sad, where are you? Sad pile of shit. I still hate myself, I'm still sad as hell, but how to put it... The noise stopped. I don't know if I explained myself. Sorta, kinda. 8 days to go. Wow, context. I mean, would you be able to give context if you had spent the entire night cuddling Dorothy? I wouldn't. I too would just be like soft, warm. So, how were things last night? Cozy, I must admit. I can't believe you paid Dorothy for that. Well, if you want to call that payment, I guess. I called Dorothy to tell her what happened to you, and she was really concerned. She stuttered for a second, saying she had the whole night to go and couldn't just leave for free. I asked her how much, and she said enough to pay for this soda I'm having is fine. How did you get her number? I have contacts. Right. What kind of contacts results in you having the number of a sex worker, Dana? Anyway, Jill, if you need a second break, a drink, or a hug, just let me know, you hear? Thanks. I'd make you the same offer, but I'm guessing hugs from me are the last thing you want. If you need a bartender, let me know, though. Nice to know. Anyways, we have work to do. Time to mix drinks and change lives. It's nice to hear that again. Did you say something? Did I? Welcome to Baha. Oh, it's you guys. Hey, be more respectful. I brought my boss here. Aren't you a part-timer here or something? My other boss. You're talking to the great Nacho Tumbleweed Jr. Boss, I'm taking my break. I know what I said earlier, but you haven't even started yet. Shit. So, what brings you here today? I wanted to see the place my best soldier is working at. Soldier? Wait, aren't you the dog I served last Monday? Huh? Oh, it's you, Dana! Soldier, why didn't you tell me you were working for Dana? No, that's not Dana, that's just Jay. So I'm guessing you're part of this whole Sierra thing. Part of it? I founded it! Humans have the best intentions, but they just don't get us. So I decided to create a place where dogs can be dogs. Here we can take in any dog without a place in this world. We created our own heaven on earth. Kaz Miller and Snake! And do you take corgis only? Do I look like one of those safer bitches? Of course not. I'd include other animals, but sadly I can only take care of those who are the same species as I. Sad thing is, I take him more seriously, but it's a talking corgi with an eye patch. Will you get anything? I'm fine. What about you, boss? Manly stuff. You sure? Did I stutter? Did I fucking stutter? Did something better. Like a suplex? Sure. Oh god, bitches comes from dogs. I'm wheezing hard right now. I mean, he is technically correct to use the word bitches. He's using the original meaning and the modern one at the same time. Here. Yes, this is just what I wanted. Ugh, this tastes worse than my own butt. Hey, you asked for it. This is a really nice place, you know. You picked a good place to work at, soldier. Thanks. Does he really get paid? Your efforts to keep Sarah afloat will not go to waste. We'll make her better and better. I mean, we're pretty much on the verge of closing. Can boss really afford that? We have more urgent matters at hand, though. Like the fact that we don't have enough balls for everyone. Can't they just share the ones we have? Bad brain. Bad. You fool! Every dog has a right to have his own ball. If we can't provide even that, then what's the point of even trying? Wait, don't tell me she just doesn't give a fuck and is spending all of her money like water. I mean, what with the bar closing and all that? But many have enjoyed the boxes more than they do the balls. That's a good point. What do you think is cheaper, a box of balls or a box of boxes? Are there boxes of boxes? Of course there are. How do you think they ship boxes? Tied together? Tied together? Don't be silly. Unless she's paying him straight from her pocket. Boss is that kind of woman. This world is filled with all sorts of recursive madness, you know? Doctors consult doctors, boxes come in boxes, bottles come in bottles. Ooh, as expected from you, boss. Wait, that theory only works assuming she's actually paying him with money. For all I know, she might be paying him with steaks. So tomorrow you're gonna check for people selling boxes, you hear? Sir, yes, sir. Except that to boss, a good steak is more valuable than money. Then Dana and I think alike. A good-ass steak is a work of art. Wait, what if they come with foil? Bruce Strauss had to be taken to the vet because he ate the foil a piece of cheese came in. Curses, you're right. We need a contingency plan. Besides, boss is not one to scam people, let alone a dog. I wonder if we can strike a deal with the vet those safer bastards have. She's always so nice with us. I know, her smile is so cute too. So it's better that we vet for a vet? Yes, put that on the list. These mutts. And the whole time, Jill is completely not paying attention and wondering whether Rad Sheba gets paid, and if so, how he's paid. Ah, Nacho! Oh yeah, forgot she knew the dog. Are you staying for a while? I was just passing by. I've got some errands to run. Great, Gil can go with you. I can? You will. I'll still get paid for today, right? That depends on Nacho's evaluation. Alright, Greenhorn, let's get going. Oh, I'm paying him anyways, by the way. Just wanted to mess around with him. No, that's not the problem here. Why make him do that? Gil looked like he needed to take a good break, and he's the kind to just not accept such a thing. But with Nacho, he'd have something to do, and he'd be away from the bar for a bit. When you put it that way. Anyway, I'm going back to my office. Your boss sure is nice. Glad I'm working with her too. Yeah. So, you having anything? Actually, I'm just gonna go sit over there and be on standby. Await orders. Okay. Shit, I missed the chance to ask how or if he even gets paid with money. Man, I sure need to get wasted. I fail to see how getting wasted will make you feel better. Shiva! For fuck's sake, you piece of scrap, we just got out of a building full of dogs. But this one has a Hawaiian shirt and sunglasses. Hey there, robot. And he talks. Welcome to Valhalla. Hey, Jill. Get me a beer, will you? Gotcha. Does Deal want anything? Okay, roll. Sir, yes, sir. So cute. He's fine. Just a beer, then. Friday after work isn't just a beer, though. It's the beer. Can't argue with that. Beer for Betty. I could make it big for the heck of it. If you say so, Jill. Here, let's make it special. Yeah! Cheers! Hey Jill, do you like beer? The amount of beer cans in my apartment is becoming a problem, actually. I had this friend back in high school who made some pretty nice crafts with them. I'm still in contact with him if you're interested. No thanks. The last thing I need right now is more crap taking space. So, how are things up at Dogtown? Well, that Laura girl is stirring things up for better or for worse. For worse? She's, like a rabbit. An overtly politically correct rabbit. Rabbits? Never had a pet rabbit? They're a nervous mess that gets startled over the littlest of things. And this girl is on the constant lookout, scared of saying something that might irk someone. It doesn't have to be the person she's speaking with, even. It's no problem in the company, but the other day we went out together and holy shit! Poor girl can't speak properly. She pauses every sentence to make sure she doesn't say something offensive. She's a nice girl, and it's sweet that she tries so hard to not offend anyone. But seriously, she tries too hard. You don't help either. You randomly yell, "What did you say?" whenever she's within earshot distance. Yeah, well, it's just that she looks so cute when she's startled. Like a rabbit. That rabbit vibe always gets me. I just learned that you can't give a shit. And that most people don't. And the times you run into someone that do, you can tell them off because you're actually speaking your mind and being helpful instead of worrying about what people think of you. So you have the moral high ground anyway. It raises up the question of whether she's really like that, or if you're the one making her wary of anything she says. Well, why don't we test that? How? You go out with her. Why? To test if it's really me who makes her like that. It's not like you can say no, you know. I mean, it's my honor that it's on the line here. I want to prove you're only talking shit about me. Even if you were right, you have quite the fixation on that girl. She's fun. Fun how? She actually reacts when I tease her. I know the feeling. That can be really nice, to be honest. I started being interested in the last person I liked because she would react well when I teased her. You take it in your stride, but you take it in your stride, but she actually gets startled, squirms, and then gets uncomfortable. How is that any good? It's charming, Deal. She's cute, and her reactions are cute, exactly. But if you keep it up, she'll either leave or get used to you. You know, like me. Shit, you're right. I have to save my teasing for when the moment is just right then. No, that's not the problem. It is for me. And what are you doing here? What about the dog? He said he had to go out. By the way, he said his name was... Say, this Laura girl, do you guys get along? I wouldn't know. We get along as co-workers at the very least. What kind of girl is she? Aside from the whole politically correct rabbit thing. Slow. She's the kind that does things so carefully that she does them really, really slowly. Really, really slowly. I can't deny that when she actually finishes stuff, she does a great job, but it's unnerving. She doesn't actually have to be with us in the building, though. She's more like a freelancer. Why is she there, then? Because she likes dogs. And that's why I insist that you two would make a fine couple. That's a really superficial statement. It's like saying you'd be fine with someone because you're both women. Okay, bad example. That was a very relevant comment to the VTuber community. I think Deal just roasted half of the VTuber. Given all the posts I and several others on VTubers on Twitter have made, that's just girls. Oh, I should have screenshot that. I'll post that. I'll screenshot that from the VOD and post it on Twitter later. May I say something? By all means. If that Laura girl is really as bland as you claim her to be, wouldn't she be better off with a more assertive person, Willem? A more assertive partner? You know, piece of scrap, she's totally calling you a pussy. She's right, though. Sharing interest and being compatible are totally different things. Yeah, unfortunately. But then you'd be understanding the power, you'd be underestimating the power of love. Whether you want to admit it or not, love changes people for better or for worse. Who knows, maybe you'll become more assertive after spending time with her. Or she'll drive me nuts. I guess that's a possibility too. Still, why are you so insistent on me and her getting together? Because she's like a cute rabbit, so someone might try to eat her out there. It'd be a lot easier to keep her in my sight. So in short, your motherly instincts arose because of Laura. Why not see if she likes you and... You already tried to hit on her, didn't you? You make me sound like some skirt chaser. She's not into girls. How did you find out? I asked her directly. Of course you did. Hey, asking directly is just what you do if you want things to go anywhere, alright? It's what I do. How else do you even suppose that you're going to ask and get a proper response? Just go for it! Just do it! Made a solid progress too about someone. Nice, Chad. I'm happy for you, man. Love is wonderful. She seemed giddy afterwards, though. I heard her muttering something about meeting her first lesbian. It was weird. Okay, enough Laura for a night. Refrain from using any "that's what you said last night" jokes or any variations thereof, please. Party pooper. Enough Laura for one night, that's what you said last night. The nice thing about being unattached right now is I can flirt with everyone, and that's always fun. Let's get a drink then. Sounds good. I'll have a bloom light, please. Get me a fringe weaver. Alright. Fringe weaver. But yeah, Chad, I'm glad that you've been making progress with someone. I'll be rooting for you, man. Good luck. Here you go. I wonder why it's called a bloom light. Seems it was first developed at some video games event. The creator said something about making the attendees feel like their customers do. Said attendees were, of course, part of some big games company. Seems that company always used too much bloom lighting, so the bartender there literally made them drink all the bloom. So it's not called that because it glows in the dark? Not this one, no. Come to think of it, did you ever change because of a relationship, Jill? In more ways than one, I guess. Would you say for better or for worse? I guess for the better. I'm too thick-headed to develop any new bad habits. Although thanks to my first boyfriend, I did pick up a very annoying habit of correcting people's grammar on the fly. Pretty annoying when I think back on it. So you were one of those kinds of people. As for me, sometimes I think I became more... what's the word? Cynical, jaded, bitter, tired of the crap this world and everyone in it throws on a daily basis. Hey! I'm just quoting you. But yeah, I think I became all that because of this one girlfriend I had in college. She got me into the whole activism thing in the first place. How was that bad? We'd all go and protest, we'd start all kinds of movements to see things changed. I really got into the whole thing. But whenever I wanted to get more serious, I find myself coming up against a wall. That wall is an analogy for the fact that not everyone was willing to go that far. I found out pretty fast that most of them were in the whole thing because of some shitty fad, and not because they actually believed in whatever movement they were championing. Yeah, that's a big problem. So I moved from group to group only to find people who were in it because of a fad. And when they weren't in it because of a passing fad, they were of the dangerous extremist kind. My tolerance for people's shit was greatly diminished after all that. So it wasn't so much the person you had a relationship with, but rather other people. You seriously never thought about it that way? You need to stop putting the blame for what you do on past relationships. Whatever! Where's the other guy, by the way? He had to escort one of the dogs outside. Figures. Oh yeah, the one that was here asked if you were the nice vet lady that works at the Safer Toy Company. I suppose he's interested in talking to you or something. Why didn't he do it then? I don't know. You've been doing a few jobs on the side, haven't you? The pay from the dogs isn't enough to keep up with the mounting debts. I don't know how you do it. It's hard to believe dogs pay you at all. Morning, G-Smash. How you doing? But this is coming from someone working at a place that pays a dog for doing fuck all. Or at least I think we're paying him. I'm not completely certain we do. Well, you got anything else? Well, we're fine, but we have to get up early tomorrow. And by we, I really mean her. She got invited to a picnic, and I won't stand to hear another had to go to a picnic with a hangover story. Fine. Let's go then. See ya, Jill. Bye. Please come again. There's dogs raising the roof! Man, you're such a party pooper. You'll be the party pooper tomorrow if you keep drinking. Boss, I'll take my break. Call me if someone comes. Alright. No dogs in sight. Okay then, back to work. Welcome to Valhalla. Oh, hey there, Alma. She seems down. Maybe there's something I can give her to cheer her up? Let's try to cheer Alma up. She might like classy drinks, but what she really likes... Just got 2 new games, Assassin's Creed and Monster Hunter Rise. Attempted to boot up Super Smash Bros. Though. I haven't played Super Smash Bros. In a while, to be honest. Shad's excited about Booba. Well, we know Alma's favorite drink is a Brandtini. We should know that by this point. Hey. And this? It's on me. Drink so you at least change your expression. Why not just say you're worried about me? You got the message anyway, didn't you? So, how is it? A Brandtini! So you do pay attention to what I ask for. You have quite the fixation with Brandtinis. To be honest, they suit you. Hey, wanna hear a silly story? Always. When I turned 21, my dad and I went to a bar to celebrate. Just him and I. He told me to dress well enough that he looked like my sugar daddy. It was a fun night. We pretended at times we were dating. I managed to blow off some steam about my mom. But the highlight was him ordering a Brandtini for me. I've had plenty of drinks and gotten wasted many times since I was 15, but that drink was different. It wasn't about getting drunk, the drink itself was the pleasure. He too said they suited me somehow. Oh? Ever since that day, he's called me Brandtini girl from time to time. Your dad sounds like a cool guy. You should meet him sometime. So, why are you deflating? Deflating? When I got sad and started sighing repeatedly, my grandpa would warn me that I would start deflating like an old tire if I kept it up. So, what is it? Was it the news about people dressing in bunny suits after the whole Alice Rabbit boom? Nah, that's old news. I mean, it is a problem, but such a thing would only annoy me. Say, Jill, how's your mood right now? I want to ruin it by blowing off all my stored steam. Silly, Alma, I've been feeling like utter shit the last couple of days. You can't make me feel worse. So go ahead, unwind all your worries on me. Don't say I didn't warn you. Okay, so remember my sister Diana? The one that separated from her husband and forgot her kids while fucking her way around or something? Perfect summary. I'll use it next time. I didn't tell you the whole story then. More specifically, that she threw her husband out after months of abuse. Oh. Well, that changes the context of the story a lot. However, that woman is incapable of getting a job and maintaining herself. And I mean that. She never even thinks about selling some stuff or trying to earn her bread. She just expects a guy to do all that for her. I have no idea why she turned out like that. Both my mom and dad were hard workers. They even started a small shop to have something to do after retirement. Huh. So, what does this fully capable woman do a couple of weeks later? Why, bring her abusive husband back, of course. What? Yeah, and the guy spent a couple of days with her before leaving her again. He had a nice couple of hot, steamy nights and then left. Well. Huh. You reacted like my little brother and sister after hearing that. But the story doesn't end there, oh no. So she's broke and can't even get enough for a bus. Even though she'd probably be glad to sell her ass just to get money. And it was me to pick her up. Sorry about that, G-Smash, but I can't have that being talked about in my chat, alright? Sorry I had to time you out there, but... And it was me to pick her up. For the last couple of days, she left her kids with my parents. And being such sweet angels, they've made a mess out of the whole place. Bernardo and Ava are actually staying with me a couple of days to give them some peace. It doesn't help that I never got along with Diana. So we're in the car and she asks how her kids are. And of course, after all the built-up tension, I just exploded. First, I started ranting about how her kids are growing up seeing some messed up stuff. I started scolding her about not taking responsibility, about not taking proper care of her children. I tell her she's in no place to have all those escapades. And after all that, she just says, "What the hell do you know? You don't have any kids." Yeah, you slutty skank, I don't have kids. But I'm not broke just because I refuse to take a job. Family issues are relatable on Alma? Sorry to hear that, Shad. I don't have kids, but I'm not leaving them in the first barely familiar house I find. I don't have kids, but I'm not letting the guy that hit me on a regular basis back into my bed. I don't have kids, but I pretty much raised Ava and Bernardo, and they've turned out pretty damn well. I don't have any kids, but I'm not a cheap whore! Ah! Damn. I don't know what to say. There's nothing to say. I love my family and I put them above all else. But Diana is seriously pushing the boundaries of what I can allow. Any way I can help? You just did. Eh? I know who I'm dealing with. I'm not one to let stuff like that get to me. I'm still angry as hell though, and I couldn't just discuss this with any of my family members. I can't tell my mom your daughter is a slut. I just needed to get all this off my chest, you know? Well, from what I see, there's still a lot more to get off your chest. It's swollen as fuck. Nah, all you see here is filled with love and dreams. Is everyone in your family as busty as you? The worst offender is my dad, actually. Kidding. I guess the only one that didn't get the big boobs gene was Ava. She insists on getting surgery or genetic treatment, but I tell her she's fine the way she is. Good though, it's just, well, she likes carrying burden of a firstborn. Well, I understand that, Shad. As a firstborn myself, in a sense. Being the oldest sibling, it's, yeah. You grow up feeling like you have the responsibility to help other people, and you don't ever really get used to the idea that you can accept help yourself. I know how that feels, being the eldest sibling in a house, the eldest child. So I can certainly relate to that. But you know, it's not an obligation to help people so much as I do like doing it. I like to see people succeed, whether that's myself or someone else. Being an older brother, I happen to know pretty well how to help people get there. How to help them when they have problems or the advice they need to hear. Cold Steel 4 when? In a long time, Frog. I'm not gonna do the series. When I do the series, I'm gonna do it in order. I'm gonna start with Trails in the Sky and I'm gonna go through the whole thing. The joy of helping others is just addicting. It really is, Shad. But yes, for now I'm playing Cold Steel 4 on my own time. I'm thinking I'll actually start Trails in the Sky after I finish this game, to be honest. I might want to do it on Twitch though instead. These can actually be more of a hassle than a blessing. And poor Bernardo, his breasts actually started growing when he was 8. I just hope I don't take too much from my mother's side of the family. My father's sisters still look quite young, but when menopause hit, my mom lost her looks rather quickly. Any good genes you got from your family, Jill? Good enough skin and hair, I guess. There's a thing about a shrimp allergy, but so far I haven't had problems with that. Oh, I see. I worry about alcoholism because of my genes. I have quite a bit of it on both sides of the family, so I do worry sometimes when I drink, but I know I have people who will keep me in line if it comes to that. And I'm a lot more self-disciplined than one might think. I wouldn't be so flirtatious with every girl and be in the VTuber community if I weren't. Hey, you know what worries me the most about the whole Diana situation? how your nephews are turning out? If she leaves them with my mom, they'll turn out better than her. Somehow. Actually, what worries me is, what if I end up like that too? How so? If I find a good man and I settle down, what if he turns out shitty? What if I have a sudden burst where I want to live my life and end up like that? What if I have kids and I end up neglecting them because of all that? If you ask me, the fact that you're even worried about it is indication enough that you'll be fine. You think? I'm pretty sure. You said before that she pretty much married the guy after a couple of months, right? Yeah. No offense, but those are the kind of people who wouldn't even think about all that. Besides, if any guy ends up marrying you, it's because he passed your irrational standards. Hey! Am I lying? No. But there are things best kept as unspoken truths. I wonder if I'll ever find a good guy. You will. You'll know when the time comes. I sure hope so. For now, the time has come to get another drink. What can I get you? Get me something with ice, but alcoholic, please. Alright. I'll ask for something cold and with alcohol. When it comes to bad genes, I hope I didn't inherit Papa Shad hair loss. I'm pretty sure I inherited my dad's hair loss, which he inherited from his dad. Although my dad hasn't he has a bald spot, but he hasn't lost too much of it. And given he's in his mid-60s, that's doing pretty good. So maybe the gene is going a little dormant over time. Who knows? Let's see. Does a piano woman have ice? It does not. What about a piano man? Piano man's on the rocks. We'll do that. Sure, I'll drink to that, Chad. There you go. Thanks, I needed to cool down a bit. That's why I'm here. So, you said you felt shitty the last couple of days. Why? But yeah, as far as what Alma talks about, what we talked about with that, I used to have pretty high standards, honestly. Sometimes I wonder if I still do, but even though the last time I liked someone didn't go well, I do feel like it was a good enough sign that I'm not holding people to unreasonable standards anymore, which is nice to know about myself, I guess. Don't think too much about it. Oh, come on, you heard my problems. I want to help you too. Don't worry too much. Right, I almost forgot to tell you something. What is it? My boss is throwing a mega Christmas party this Sunday. You want to come? Sure. Something tells me this mega Christmas is going to be a mess at my parents' home, so I'd rather avoid it. Are you guys getting chicken? I can get one. To be honest, I wouldn't know. You can bring it if you want, it won't go to waste. Gotcha. Say Jill, what's your favorite part of the chicken? Favorite part? I guess I like legs the most. Really? I like breast better. Yeah, you got breast. Breast is a bit too simple, don't you think? Legs have a better texture. Maybe, but simple is usually better. Breast is easier to enjoy than legs, and a lot less messy. You silly girls. Boss? You're there talking about breast and legs when everyone knows the best parts are the wings. Boss, what's that? Spicy chicken wings. Where did you get spicy chicken wings? From a spicy chicken. You know, spicy chicken, a shop 2 blocks from here. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Why are you carrying a bucket of spicy chicken wings? Why aren't you carrying a bucket of spicy chicken wings? Well, because... Thought as much. Yo, Armitage. Alma. I know what I said. Will the chicken you're talking about be cooked already? You might need to heat it up. But it'd be cooked otherwise. Great! I expect you here Sunday at 8 p.m. Yes, Shad, I too like this chicken conversation. Anyway, I'll be back to my office. Why didn't you bring... Why didn't you bring a bucket of chicken? There are very few things in this world better than a bucket of chicken. Spicy chicken wings. Mwah. I might get wings today for lunch, actually. I'm gonna open my window. It's looking nice outside. I'm gonna open my curtains at least. She left the bucket. Want some? Don't mind if I do. Ooh, mild spice, nice. Weird. Maybe she got a mixed up order and that's why she left them here. She usually orders stronger stuff? I've found buckets that make my throat itch just from being near them. That's the best kind! Clearly, Dana and I need to hang out and get spicy chicken wings sometime. Damn! That sounds amazing. Oh. Say, Jill, what kind of guys do you like? That's a sudden question. I'm not too picky with guys, to be honest. I want them to be decent enough. Not jealous, not aggressive, responsible enough to keep a job. That's no good. Do you like them buff? What about tall? No tattoos or piercings, I guess. Never liked either. What about you? I guess I got no shot with Jill, though. Not too aggressive. Buy some barbecue sauce fried chicken tomorrow. I might go get spicy wings for lunch today after this stream. I like them well dressed. If they go out in iron shirts and well-coordinated clothes, they're sure to catch my eye. Some muscle is always fine too, but sharply dressed males catch my attention faster. And yet you're still single. That's how I like my men. My potential husband, on the other hand, is another matter completely. I see. So, can you get me a drink here? The spicy wings turned out to be spicy. What do I get you? Anything, as long as it helps me with the spiciness in my mouth. Okay. Let's give her something to help her get over the spiciness of the wings. Go with the piano woman. It was on the brain. Since I checked it earlier. Here. It helped. Thanks. Alright, so, next question. What kind of girl do you like? You first. Sorry, I don't swing that way. Sure, I have no qualms about saying a girl is cute or cool, but... no, I prefer men in my bed. Now you... Shit, just calm down. I guess I like girls with light-colored hair. Light-colored hair? Yeah, you know, like redheads and such. What about white, like your boss? You were just setting me up for that comment, weren't you? Sorry, it's just that when she got here with a bucket of wings, your eyes pretty much started sparkling. Your whole behavior transformed. You became giddy and cheerful all of a sudden. Hey, I can't blame you. She's pretty nice. I just felt like teasing you. So, light-colored hair. What about blondes? Do you like me? Yeah, I guess. Let's say I'm into girls too and I start hitting on you. Would you go along with it? Nice body, pretty face, and a good apartment? I would never let you go. Okay then, enough tangents. Why don't you tell me why you were feeling shitty these last days? What? Oh, that. I told you not to think too much about it. And I told you I want to know. Come on, Jill, you've heard my problems so many times, now I want to help you. Come on, come here. I told you to sit here, come on. What are you... Alright then, now I'm the bartender and you're the client. Hardly. The bartending station only works with me. I see. Okay then, I move this here, click... Now it works for you, for me, and that dog in a Hawaiian shirt. Why with him too? He's a dog in a fucking Hawaiian shirt. Right, and how did you even manage to... Oh yeah, hacker. Right. Now we've changed roles. You've been feeling shitty, mind telling me why? It's a long story. I don't even know where to start. Start from the beginning. Okay then, it's something that goes back to my college years. Whoa, that's taking it way back. Back in compulsory education, I never made too much of an effort, but I managed to get high grades. Oh, how the turntables. Even in PE, I managed to do well enough to always get perfect grades. And then, of course, when I got to college, shit started getting hard. I had this perfectionist streak that wouldn't let me fail anything. Burning my eyelashes studying, I eventually managed to keep up good grades. After about half of the career, I met a student teacher. Her name was Lenore. She helped me a lot with my studies, even got me into stuff that gave more credits. I really liked her, and after some time I found out that she liked me too. Oh. We started going out, I met all of her family even, and... You want a drink? What? A drink. Around this time, there's usually a pause that makes you offer a drink to the client, right? There was no such pause. Please, I want to test this whole bartending interface. A sugar rush then, you can't mess that up. Here. Thanks. How is it? Like I said, you can't mess up a sugar rush. I have this gut feeling that with your body, you'd make a better bartender than me. You're selling yourself too short. You're cute, you know. People don't go to bars for cuteness, though. You've obviously never been to a cat bar then. Besides, my boobs can be a hassle when trying to move around this kind of stuff. So keep telling the story. Well, as the career went on, it got harder and harder. The last year and a half of it became nothing but study session after study session, investigations, my thesis. When the graduation ceremony came, I had to make a speech, and suddenly while reading said speech, I almost had a panic attack. Fear of public speaking? I realized I lost about a year and a half of my life. I tried to remember if I did anything fun at all, but all I could remember was studying and investigating new topics. I didn't even enjoy doing all that, so I was just standing there and the satisfaction of graduating was minimal. I realized I'd only gone through the motions day after day from high school to graduating. It felt like whole years of my life had slipped through my fingers. I never stopped to think if I enjoyed what I was doing. In fact, I never stopped. But at that point, I stopped and realized I needed a breather or something. Did I even like that career? It was all terrifying as hell. I needed all my strength to not start running like a panicked mess. I can relate to going through the motions in life. And to wondering if you ever stop to think if you enjoy what you're doing. To be honest, I feel like streaming is the first thing I have really enjoyed. On the level of something that I, want to keep doing because I'm really passionate about it. Before that, I never really clicked with anything. I think in some part I went through the motions earlier in my life as a form of defense against having to face the fact that I didn't have anything I was passionate about. On some subconscious level, maybe I was aware of that, and that was my way of hiding from it. But it's not healthy to just go through the motions. You gotta take charge of things. You gotta grab life by the horns sometimes. Even if you're not sure where you're going, that just means that any road could take you there. You know what I mean? If you don't know where you're gonna go, then it doesn't really matter which road you take. But maybe you'll find something to enjoy about it. So a couple of months later, I get an offer to start working at this big research facility. Lenore was ecstatic. She was so proud of me back then. But I was just scared. That would be my job. I'd spend my life expanding on what I did during that year and a half. What if I had a sudden realization like the one I had at graduation, but when I turned 40? I didn't know what to do, but I sure as hell wasn't taking that offer. I told Lenore and she freaked out. She confessed that she was jealous because she never got such a chance. Things evolved pretty quickly. She said one too many things. I said one too many things. In the end, I just stormed out of her house and I broke a vase in the process. After that, I never spoke to her again. Damn. I'm sorry, I suddenly feel bad for pushing you to tell me all that. Why aren't you feeling shitty about that after all this time, though? Unless you've been feeling shitty for years. I have, but it's not just because of that. The other day, Lenore's sister, Gabrielle, came to this bar. Apparently, Lenore died last week. Localized nanomachine rejection, a heart attack. Apparently, she had it for a long time but never told anyone. And coincidentally, it got worse after I left. And I just can't stop thinking about it, wondering if me being there would have made a difference. And if it's true she had that for a long time, why didn't she tell me she was sick when we were together? I don't know, I just feel like all kinds of failure. Jill. And to make it worse, I also lashed out at Gabby. Yeah, she was blaming me for her sister's death and all, but she's just a kid for fuck's sake. She lost the sister who pretty much raised her on her own. And to top it all off, I suddenly can't remember what stopped me from apologizing. Pride, fear, a stupid effort to leave the most awesome person I loved as a thing of the past. Who cares? I lost my chance to apologize to her forever. Truly forever. I'm such a piece of shit. A selfish piece of shit. I honestly don't know what to say. I didn't expect the story to be this. Yo, boob tender. Yes? Can you get me a big beer here? Coming right up. Big beer for Jill. Thanks. I need to remember to take care of the cans in my apartment. Do you drink lots of beer? One of the perks of the BTC-issued liver implant is that I can drink lots of beer without getting too wasted. Oh. Hey Jill, what kind of girl was Lenore? Well, she was calm and smart. Back in college, I was too thick-headed and got riled up easily. Stressed was my default state. So, just like you're behaving right now. Shut up, I was worse. Can't picture that. Don't. It's embarrassing. Anyway, she was always there, finding a way to cool me down. She was also able to hold conversations about pretty much any topic. One time I saw her go from talking about video games to talking about sports. All that variety while still being a hardcore scientist. She would always push me into social interactions. If she saw me by myself, she would drag me with her. Watching people is fine, but talking to them is better, she would say. Lenore would always present me to her many acquaintances as the girl I don't mind cuddling with for hours. I like that one. I like that one a lot. Man, I'm gonna miss her. After a point, I didn't even think about getting back into a relationship with her, but she was such an awesome person, I just wanted to apologize. And now... You know, in a cruel twist of irony, she's the one that made me pick up bartending. Oh? Back when I was thinking what the hell to do with my life, I remembered a night we spent in a club. She started talking about how the drinks were synthesized, the chemistry involved, the reactions and all that. Everything sounded so fascinating. I remember saying that her talk made me want to start mixing drinks. She said, if everything else fails, why not take up bartending? Huh. Interesting. Are you okay? For some value of okay, yeah. It's just... I wanted to thank you, Alma. Thank me? I guess I just needed someone to tell all of this to, and you were the one. You volunteered yourself. You insisted on listening to me. You stood there listening to the whole thing from beginning to end. I know I might not be the most expressive person, that I'm not one to spout love and fluffiness, but I really like you. Maybe I'm just a bartender and you're just a client. But I really appreciate your friendship, or at the very least, your patronage. I really enjoy working for you. Jill, are you dying? Shut up! I'm trying to have a heart-to-heart here. Sorry, it's just... It's weird for you to get so sappy. Well, I just realized that the saddest thing is how I'll never be able to make amends. And it hurts like fucking hell, you know? I never, and I mean never, want to feel that way ever again. I don't want someone to suddenly exit my life and have my last memory of them involve something nasty. I don't want the lingering grief of having burned a bridge on a whim. I want to avoid that at any cost, and if that means breaking character every once in a while, so be it. I'll let everyone know how I really feel about them. And if I ever fight with them, I'll swallow my pride, muster all the courage I can, and be the one to apologize. I hate feeling like this. Hate it. Hate it. That's a nice resolution. Maybe I'll be a copycat and do the same. Alright, enough sappiness. Get back here. I'm on duty, you know? Fine. It's almost closing time anyways. It was fun while it lasted, though. Hey. Yeah? I mean it, you know? Thanks for everything today. Silly Jill, you listen to my problems and I listen to yours. That's what friends are for, right? Right. I'll be leaving now. Oh, before I forget. Did you ever talk about all this with your parents? They know the basics, but I haven't told them about Lenore's death yet. Why don't you do that sometime? I don't know. I don't want to bother them with my problems. Don't be silly. They're your parents. They live to share your problems. You should try having a talk like this with them sometime. They'll appreciate it. Anyway, I'm out. See you on Sunday. Take care. That Alma girl sure is nice. This Tay-Tay is blessed indeed. They even got me talking about a little bit about my past. You know, I'm really glad to be here doing this. It's almost like I've finally figured out something. I don't know what, but it's a nice feeling. Actually doing something just because I like doing it and starting to see success from that in spite of it. You know? Doing things you like is all well and good, and you should have hobbies and things like that, but to be doing something and actually seeing a little income come in and seeing some success, it's really nice. It's really nice. And I feel blessed for that. Boss, did you hear all that? Not all of it, but a good chunk at the very least. Your expression changed a lot already. It did? You look happier. That's always good. Anyway, let's call it a day. I expect an even brighter Jill tomorrow. Right. Oh yeah, boss. About those chicken wings. Fucking idiots at the spicy chicken. Sorry, Dana, we won't have enough spices for your order until tomorrow, they said. Is that how they treat their regulars? Call the manager. Boss? Cherish Titty Hacker. She's a good friend. Your account was charged $8,000 as payment for your electricity bill. Have a nice day. Bill paid. Didn't you have a boyfriend named Bill? Alright. I'm going to take a quick RTA, so I will be right back. I come back and my internet absolutely ate shit. Okay. And disconnected the stream. What the fuck? Can I not leave for a minute? I cannot leave for 1 minute to go use the restroom and grab a snack, and the stream and the internet completely shits the bed. Awesome. Piece of shit. Still continue on your end, a little bit gooder, but okay. Alright, that's good to hear. Guess my extra measures are working, then. I'm gonna be crunching, so. Model Warrior Julianne returns this February. The classic magical girl show, Model Warrior Julianne, is coming back to public television this February after almost 2 decades of absence. Nanoha? Snack ASMR. I'm glad you appreciate it. For some reason, I'm just thinking of Magical Girl Lyrical Nanoha. That was a good show, man. Highly recommend to anyone. Model Warrior Julianne is also the name of that mini game we found, the shmup mini game we found in this game. Even though the show has been on every on-demand service for a while now, most of Glitch City's citizens need to think twice before subscribing to any non-essential service, especially the lower classes who have a limited number of internet purchases per year. The show's return is certainly welcome. Today's parents will finally be able to share a piece of their childhood with the kids without risking dinner or breakfast. I thought it was Madoka, damn. Is that a tear in your eye? No. I've heard a lot about Madoka. I need to watch it sometime, I guess. Nanoha was the last magical girl show I watched. Lyrical Nanoha was really good. Nanomachine rejection has taken 80 lives this year. The Health Observatory just released their annual report on nanomachine rejection cases. The total number of reported cases has risen this year due to the recent protests, wrote the observatory. Protests caused the police force to release new varieties of nanomachines. Their function is still unclear, but according to our sources, they're intended for crowd control purposes. It's unlikely we'll find a cure in the near future, and we can only hope cases like these will become rare in the following years. I wonder if she's among those 80. It looks like we were able to record and transcribe one of the messages sent from one of the compromised signals. Joe Wren, the anchor from our popular TV newscast, served as our very own test subject for the investigation. Who are you? Are you really alive? You're special to me. You're everything to me. It's time to become one. That's not creepy at all. Grand Slam fighters. Is anyone into wrestling here? I became a huge fan of GSF very recently. It's a really solid product, IMO. Much better than the E. I like the match quality, but I wish they gave importance to the mid-card. Are they still forcing 66 American Kid into the main event? Yep, he's gonna face Yusuke at the Dome show. Why don't they push the Great DK instead? He's much more talented than 66. Because American Kid actually moves merch, unlike your indie darling. I want to marry Yusuke. Who's hyped for the Women's Championship? That should be the main event, not the turd we're getting instead. 66 is pretty good, just watch some of his work in Japan. Everyone tells me 66 was better in Japan, but all I see is locks and arm bars, nothing that impressive. Wrestling is fake. People will tell you a lot of things were better in Japan, but sometimes you just have to tell them to eat shit. There's nothing wrong with watching dubbed anime. Most dubs are pretty good, actually. It's not the 90s anymore when dubs were trash. And you need to get over that. Amazing how I know all the words and yet I understand nothing. Let's see, what do we got here? This one's a scrap of paper with a download code for Meet the Staff scribbled. Sure. Howdy, Sato. How you doing today? Good evening. Hey Jill. How are you feeling? I won't say good, but not that bad, I guess. It's nice to hear. Where's Gil? Did he run away again? Nah, I have him on errand duty buying the drinks for tomorrow. That sounds weird coming from the owner of a bar. Every drink from here would come out of our own funds. So if we're gonna spend money, we might as well get more variety. Besides, those kind of walks are always good for Gil. You're the boss. Who's coming so far? Well, there's the three of us, the dogs, you invited Titty Hacker, Gil invited Jamie. Oh yeah, I also invited Dorothy when I called her to spend the night with you. Sounds good so far. Invite anyone else you feel like inviting, the more the merrier. I could, but I bet everyone's made plans by this point. That's true. I'll be in my office. Call me should anything arise. Alright. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Wait here, I'll check inside. Welcome to Valhalla. Oh, a BTC bar. Excuse me, you know where the Athena Convention Center is? Why does that place make people get lost so easily? They should have called it the Minotaur Center. Hold on, let me scribble the directions on paper. Thanks. Go to the right, you see a building filled with hobos. That should be it. Thanks a lot. Anything else I can help you with? What the hell, I'll have a drink. What about you? Let's for a Brantini. There you are. Thanks. That's an interesting outfit in this cold season, miss. Well, I'm actually cosplaying, so call me Vela for the time being. And your Lilin friend is? Essentia. I get it, you're cosplaying too? Sure, let's go with that. Have you heard of a game... Have you heard of a game called Y2K, bartender? That cult classic game that has seen like 3 remastered versions made by 6 different companies this year? That one. We're in a cosplay group dedicated to it and got lost on the way. I heard you talking to someone outside. Oh yeah, a friend is cosplaying as Alex. I told him to wait outside. Shouldn't he enter? He'll be fine. Something amiss? There's a girl behind you. Short hair, black sailor uniform, missing an arm. Wearing jeans under a skirt. Now, don't spook the bartender. Spook. Anything else? I'll get a fluffy dream and be on my way. And you? I'm fine. Lilin still freaks me out. Back again, welcome back, Sam. Here. Yep, this is the thing. Damn, I got dizzy pretty fast. I better stop here. Now that I think about it, just who are you, I just kind of met her in a convention and she's stuck with me ever since. She also seems off, like she's missing something or thinking too much. Interference. Slow synchronization. Well, I won't hold you any longer. We should go. Bye. Please, come again. Why the hell are you on the floor? Tased? By the vending machines? Wonder if he said something to piss off Dee Dee or Go-Go. Black sailor uniform? I hope I'm just overthinking it. More importantly though, jeans under a skirt? Welcome to Valhalla. Oh, hey Dorothy. Oh, hi honey. I saw that on the screen in the back. Howdy Lego, good morning, how are you? Are you okay? I just kind of wandered in here. I guess I'm a bit distracted. Can Willem just wander? Can I get you something? Oh, a sugar rush. Yeah, that. Right. Dorothy seems down. She asked for a sugar rush, but... hasn't she told me about a drink that cheers her up? We all know what Dorothy's favorite drink is, right? I hope you do by this point. Pretty woman for the pretty woman. Here you go. This is... Didn't you say you liked having a piano woman whenever you felt like celebrating or were feeling down? I did? Wait, I did! You actually remembered such a thing! You're so sweet! I was half expecting her to say that she meant a literal piano woman. Glad I was wrong. So much silence. By the way, thanks for staying with me the other day. Turns out I really needed that. So, did you enjoy the soda? Oh, did you find that one out? Was it supposed to be a secret? No, but don't go around telling everyone about that. I did it because it was you who needed my help, but a hug night is usually one of my most expensive services. It is? I can imagine the demand is pretty high. Hey, I don't know if the client has body odor or something like that. Not good, but Dorothy just came in, so that's fine. Oh, I'm sorry, Lego, to hear that. Do you want to talk about it? I kind of poured my heart out earlier, so... least I can do is, if you want to talk about it, you can. Not to mention it limits the chances of getting any other client that night. Still, did it help? Yeah, it helped me cool down a lot. So from what Dana told me, someone close to you died, right? Yeah. Do you want to know more about it? Do you want to tell me about it? I brought it up enough times already, I think. No problem then. You were sad and that's all I needed to know. Sorry for the loss though. I mean it. Thanks. Although I've wondered for a while, do you, Lilum, really understand death? Sorta, kinda. Our whole database is constantly being backed up in the collective source. Even if our bodies are destroyed, we can be deployed again with our personalities and memories intact. So, our concept of mortality might be different. Not really, still too angry? Okay, okay, Lego. I'm sorry to hear it, and I hope you can get over it soon, man. If you ever need to talk, though, you can find me.
We do have a fear of death, though.
You do?
We can't even begin to understand the idea of not being redeployed.
Howdy, Trojan Peace. How you doing this morning? Or it's high noon somewhere, yeah, in AEST, about 2 hours ahead. It's almost noon for Jeff.
While we have built-in warnings, the mere idea of that nothingness is paralyzing. There are a few that don't mind it, but we do fear death, and we don't wish it on anyone. In fact, that was the argument used for abolishing the whole 3 laws thing.
You seem quite knowledgeable about robot history.
Seeing what others have done to make sure I can live like I do helps me not take things for granted. Seriously though, those laws were bullshit. Can't harm humans, can't disobey humans unless it's about hurting them, and you can protect yourself as long as it doesn't harm humans. I mean, sure, the first AIs were just helpers and tools, but how could those laws still apply to them after they achieved self-awareness? Who in their right mind would abide only by rules inscribed in some old book?
You're fine? That's good to hear. I'm doing alright. Buffering at times. Let me see if I can do something about that. Stream might die for a second here, but it'll be right back, alright? And the chat on screen has been dead and no one told me. Lovely, this stream is just going. I'm eating potato chips. I want to experience this VN for myself. Too bad the personality, attitude of the dev has tainted all my motivation for it, though. I know literally nothing about the dev. I just know this is a really relatable and good game. If I remember correctly, those were only the distilled versions of the laws some writer imagined over 100 years ago. They were a reduced version of all his ideas. However, many authors afterwards took to them like they were the very laws of physics or something. And like many other things, people distill and exaggerate what they need to use it to their favor.
Wow, you're a nerd.
Look who's talking.
Let's change the subject a bit though. Mood's getting gloomy. Your apartment is very comfy, you know.
It's a tad small though, sorry about that.
And your cat is so cute. What was his name again?
4.
Why 4?
I figure if he ever got lost, at least I wanted to be able to yell 4! It happened once. You'd be surprised how many golf players you run into.
And every time you play with him, you can say it's foreplay.
Yeah. He was also named after someone.
Really? Who?
A Lilum kid that wanted to transcend.
What? A movie character or something?
Sure, let's go with that. Ah, remember that Lilim that wasn't gonna be redeployed? She's facing the real death. That's really sweet. Sounds like Doritos close. It's Ruffles. Do you want anything else?
Let's see if you know me that well. Give me something I'd like.
Okay then. What would Dorothy order? I'm pretty sure she'd just order a piano woman. Here.
Good, but that's cheating. You just served me this drink.
Still right, isn't it?
Yep. I still can't believe you actually remembered what I said about the piano woman.
It's always good to keep note of what regulars like, you know? I've wondered for a while, though. Why do you keep coming back here?
For you, of course!
Come again?
Why else would I come if not to see you? You're one of the few people willing to hear me out, always filled with curiosity. And you're cute. Talking to cute people is always nice.
Yeah, it sure is. Howdy, Yusachi. How you doing? Kore wa nani?
There's also the bar, the way it's insulated from the noise of the city. It's really comfortable.
How are you doing, Sachi?
And it's just a bit away from the street I'm always at. A win-win situation.
I see. It was weird to see you down, though, especially since you're always so lively.
Well, I wasn't down, really. I was just thinking about a lot of things.
Kore is Nani. Like what?
Well, my mom, guardian, asked me to go home on Monday for a bit. And as much as I love her, being with her is usually tiring.
Guardian. The whole thing about someone taking care of a Lilim after they're deployed until they reach maturity, right?
Yep, and I'm proud to say that I reached psychological maturity in just 1 year. They always try and keep a varied pool of volunteers to make the collective source grow faster.
So, what's wrong with your guardian?
Well, she still treats me like a kid. The worst part is that sometimes I fear she might see me as some sort of replacement for her dead daughter.
Huh? Dead daughter?
I was deployed to her not long after she lost her daughter. A contrived coincidence, really. Even when I was still developing self-awareness, I always feared she might be using me as a replacement. She didn't, though, or at least not consciously. At times she would just stop doing something or return a gift she's given me if she felt like she was projecting too much of her daughter onto me. What irony that years later I'd make a living pretending to be someone else in the bedroom.
How's that?
Well, most of the time my job involves role-playing. A daughter, a student, some helpless kid. It means I've gotten many clients looking exactly for that, but on the other hand, from a professional standpoint, I'd rather have them hire me because of me. Because of my character, not because I'm the one that role-plays as little girls. Maybe I need to exaggerate some attribute. What's the problem with your guardian then? If you do that on a daily basis, why worry about it? Because I don't want to make her sad. Every time I visit her, I fear she might look at me and see her daughter. That seeing me makes her sad. At this point, I don't even care if she's projecting her daughter onto me. I just don't want to make her feel sad. Did you try talking with her? How so? Telling her what you just said to me. Clear up those fears. I mean, unless she's not the kind and not want anyone opening up to her, that is. I never really thought about talking to her about that. It doesn't sound like something you just bring up, though. Keep it in mind, at least. Maybe she'll appreciate the gesture. I wouldn't know, though. I haven't met her. She's a really nice woman. The problem is mostly with me, I think. Well then, I'm taking my break. Oh, I'll be leaving then. No, what I was trying to say is that I'm taking my break. You wanna come? Really? If you don't mind talking on a chilly night in an alley behind the bar, that is. I've done worse in alleys. Let's go. Boss, I'm taking my break. Alright. Alright. Before we take our break with Dorothy, I'm gonna go get rid of this snack and refresh my drink. So, BRB. Alright, I'm back. Wish you had ruffles down there. There's a lockdown on Sundays here. Ooh. Sorry to hear that. Confession time, Iku said. I'm already back. Achievement unlocked, don't call me Becky. Want one? Are you really offering a little girl a cigarette? Now you're a little girl? I always am. Innocence, however, is another matter entirely. But anyway, thanks, no. Smoking seriously messes with my air filters and they're a hassle to replace. Don't mind me though, smoke to your heart's content. Thanks. So, why don't you tell me about this guardian of yours? I want to know what kind of woman she is. Sure! Well, her name is Sophia Graham. Graham? She's a retired PE teacher. Nowadays she works at a gym during the morning shift. She's pretty fit if I do say so myself. She had a daughter. The Apparently she suffered from nanomachine rejection all her life. And when she finally healed, she was hit by a truck.
What was her daughter's name?
I don't know, I never asked, really. Are you okay? I'm reading fear. Or is that surprise? It's hard to tell.
I'm fine yet. Wait, read?
Well, I don't see emotions like you do. I have to make body heat readings, face recognition, and context. I'm still a bit confused about some, but I've gotten better with time. Anyway, you sure you're fine?
Yeah. Scared or surprised. She's not wrong, though. Wait, does that mean your last name isn't really Hayes?
Hayes is just my artistic name. Sounds more exotic, and that's what people usually look for in this business. I tried other names, though. Gold.
So what's your legal name, then?
Rebecca Dorothy Willow Graham. A bit of a mouthful if you ask me.
So Dorothy's actually your second name? Should I call you something like Becky, then?
People have always called me Dorothy rather than Rebecca for some reason. That's why I chose. People have tried to falsify stuff using my name and they always get caught.
Because they use Dorothy Hayes.
Yep. Only my mom, Gardica, so it's weird to hear it from others.
What about Willow?
Willow's my first surname, actually. When I got registered, my guardian was married to a guy who had Willow as a last name. Shortly after I joined their household, I was left with his family name first.
Hold on, so your real name in short would be Rebecca Willow?
Doesn't have the same pizzazz to it, if you ask me.
Whatever you...
Stop it! Julianne all of a sudden. I read just now. Lots of anger.
I think it's weird enough already if you call me Jill instead of Honey.
Weird, huh? How can you end up feeling associated with a name that's not yours?
You can't see that I turned around for that one. I'm away from the screen right now. I feel directly addressed by this question. VTube and be something, man. Whenever a customer comes to the shop with the name Walker, it always sticks out to me now. I have an uncle that always called me Tina, and kept calling my cousin Tina Jill for some reason. Neither of us mind it though, because he's calling us that and it's completely useless to try and correct him. But this is true for your clients too.
How so?
Well, you're worried about your clients not hiring you because you're... But think about what happens when it's announced that a character will be played by a different actor. Sure, it's a character, but people are also going for the actor.
So you're saying they go for my roleplay instead of just mere roleplay?
Sound too far-fetched?
Sounds actually. Hey honey, I'll take my leave now. Don't want to take up all of your break. Thanks for the chat. See you at the party tomorrow.
I need to remember to buy more cigars. Did I miss something? Do you count the worst PPV main event? Not really, no. Alright. Going out? I'll have a word with Gogo outside. He was so hyped for that match. He must be devastated. What if I call Boog as Drake? I asked him once if he was Drake and he said the same thing. I've been calling him Boog for so long, it'd be weird for me to call him. Welcome to Valhalla. Everything okay there, Shad?
Christmas, Easter, Halloween. Name a party and she most parties, Jill?
I don't mind them. They're a good place to see people. I'm not one to actively look for parties to attend, though. I just don't mind going to them.
I see. I only go to parties that Stella is attending because otherwise I just stand there without anything to say. That and I'm not one to wear dresses, you know?
You're not?
I'm a tad too ripped. They don't look cute on me. Although, with all this healing I have to do, I won't be as fit for a while. They're too, breezy, too. I feel like I'm wearing nothing. I bet you look good in a dress, Jill.
It's been a year since I last wore one, I wouldn't know. Last time I wore one, I remember worrying my arms were too thin or something like that.
We all have a complex, huh? I mean, even Stella has her own.
Don't they? Conscious about my muscular went and it started lagging hardcore and I haven't been able to figure out what. Internet is fine. Actually super good. But something's happening on YouTube's side. Hurry. Can I get you anything? You're not one to drink that much.
Go numb. Your legs go numb.
But the guy offered a Yuru Yuri is the best show this season. The funniest shows I've seen in recent years. The popular change in obvious pain, womanly things and beating the shit out of each other with their lives. Just to have an army of robot women. The ones without artificial intelligence, mind you. Best Kanye. Approximately 6. But is this show from the wacky dictator prop? Those dictators from Venezuela or whatever just do what they want. They don't give a shit, Mariana Zimmer 35 told the Augmented Eye during a street interview. They're all pretty hot though. If I was him, I'd have done the same. Why bother with the real thing when you can just make them from scratch to match your every need? More as we investigate. Update on the lil one. The messages have suddenly stopped and everything is normal again. What's the deal?